Hello everyone. Are you ready to give up those poor financial or spending habits that are injurious to your financial life? Welcome back to Hustle Mindset. Today we are going to know about 10 things that rich people don't buy. Do you know the richest 1% of the world currently controls 48% of the world's wealth? The top 80 wealthiest people in the world control approximately $1.9 trillion, which just so happens to be the amount controlled by 3.5 billion people on the other end of the spectrum. Can you believe that? There are 80 people in this world that collectively share the same amount of money as 3.5 billion people. It's insane, isn't it? Do you also wonder how these people reach at this point? Let me tell you, it is because of their spending habits. There's no doubt that we might attain more financial stability if we emulate the good financial habits of wealthy people. That's to say, if we also learn to care less about things rich people don't seldom buy, we can at least hope for a fairly manageable life that is free of debt and many financial problems. Global inequality continues to be a hot-button issue with many of us as we realize that we're in the bottom 99%. Is this true? Are we victims? Or are we all just too chicken to create wealth on our own, and therefore demand a handout from those that earned it with their blood, sweat, and tears? Look at Warren Buffett, for example. He grew up as a middle-class child, but got addicted to the world of business and investing at a very young age. Today, he is worth $72.3 billion. Nobody gave him this money. He earned it because he has always taken actions like the rich would and avoided the actions of the poor. Wealthy people can buy anything and everything they want, right? While that might be true, it doesn't mean the rich are out there dropping dollar bills left and right. In fact, they can be quite frugal. These are some of the things they never buy. Number one is impulse buys. Sure, it might be enticing to snag the cashmere sweater in the store window or the newest car on the lot, but making a purchase on a whim is something you will never see a wealthy person do. Billionaire investor Warren Buffett told Forbes, "If you buy things you do not need, soon you will have to sell things you need." It doesn't mean millionaires don't buy lavish items. They just put thought into them and their bottom line before swiping their credit card. Number two is TV channels and video games. Rich people didn't amass their fortune sitting around staring at a screen all day. That's why they don't waste money on jumbo TV packages or the latest video games. According to 2015 data from Nielsen, adults in households with annual incomes below $25,000 spent considerably more time consuming media through TV, video games, or radio compared to adults in households with annual incomes over $75,000. We expected high-income households to own more devices, but we did not anticipate that low-income consumers of all devices had greater usage, says Glenn Enoch, Nielsen's SVP of Audience Insights. Thomas Corley, the author of Rich Habits, The Daily Success Habits of Wealthy Individuals, found that 67% of rich people say that they don't watch TV. Number three is an overpriced home. Although their home buying budget is considerably higher, rich people still look for deals. They want to feel like they're getting the most value for their dollar and not like they're getting ripped off. Yes, they might be spending millions, but they're going to try to bargain with the list price like anyone else. Some wealthy individuals even go so far as not to purchase an extravagant home at all. According to U.S. News and World Report, Warren Buffett may be the third richest man in the world, but he still lives in the home he bought in 1958 for $31,500. Number four is high-end brands. You might see a lot of designer labels on the red carpet, but many rich people don't choose designer labels for every purchase. Though they have the funds to splurge at luxury retailers, they understand that doesn't always mean they should. What do rich people buy? The answer can depend on the day. For example, former First Lady Michelle Obama donned her share of designer duds, but she was also seen boarding Air Force One and making press appearances while wearing dresses from Target during her husband's presidential tenure. So, if you want to emulate the habits of rich people, stop and ask yourself if that $200 pair of designer jeans is really worth the investment, or will $30 discount stored in and do the trick? Always shop wisely and keep your budget and financial goals in mind. Number five is interest on credit cards. A credit card can be similar to eating from a tub of ice cream. You might feel a little guilty for overindulging afterward, but it's just too convenient. Sure, It's easy to swipe the plastic, but you won't catch wealthy people accruing high credit card interest. They know it's a waste of money. To avoid accruing interest, only buy what you know you can pay for when your statement comes. If you are carrying a balance, transfer or consolidate your debt to a credit card with a 0% introductory APR. Just be sure to pay off your balance before the promotional period ends. Number 6 is lottery tickets. If you truly want to strike it rich, don't play the lottery. This is a sure way to burn money fast, and rich habits simply don't include a weekly stop at the convenience store lotto line. Your chance of winning the Powerball grand prize is about 1 in 292 million. Those odds are not in your favor. Take a look at the math. A Powerball ticket costs $2. That might not seem like much, but if you play twice a week for a year and buy 2 tickets each time, you have flushed more than $400 down the drain. Don't waste your hard-earned money on chance when you can put it toward wealth-building goals, such as retirement or college tuition. Invest the same $416 each year, getting just a 5% return. And over 30 years, you'll have $28055. Number 7 is coffee. Yes, right. You heard absolutely right. YouTube millionaire Graham Stephan, who earns up to $220,000 a month, feels strongly about making his coffee at home. I think the markup of coffee at Starbucks and Coffee Bean and a lot of those places out there is ridiculous. So I just make it at home for 20 cents. Number 8 is latest versions of popular gadgets. Maybe you might expect wealthy people to be obsessed with the latest and trendy models of smartphones and watches. After all, who doesn't want to use the latest iPhones and Rolexes? Besides, they have more than enough money, but that's kind of far-fetched, as most millionaires and even billionaires wouldn't spurt for the latest gadgets as long as they're outdated or time-worn gadgets are still functioning. That's because even if they rush to get the latest ones, they'll still become outdated in a short time, and rich people are always worth-minded when it comes to spending. They'll always go for worthwhile things at any given time. This implies that they would not rush to things that'll depreciate quickly like gadgets. Besides, James Hardy, author of The Eventual Millionaire, once told The Week that she knows a lot of millionaires who still use older versions of iPhones instead of the latest ones. Number 9 is personal improvement training. Nobody wants to live a messy and stagnant life. That's why most people opt for personal development coaching. But the truth, however, is you'll rarely find a billionaire that became so rich by listening to some self-acclaimed lifestyle gurus who share almost overhyped tips or advice. Most of these lifestyle gurus are driven towards their gain and profits. Thanks to high ticket prices and the huge number of people who will pay anything for these seminars. And the worst part is, most of these seminars are almost useless, as the public speakers mostly offer short-lived energy boosts and overhyped superficial advice. That's why you shouldn't care much about such things. And if you must go for one, be sure to stay clear of some lousy lifestyle coaches who only exploit and waste people's precious time. Number 10 is a costly education. Even though many people go as far as collecting considerable amounts of loans to pay for their education, know that what really matters is one's proficient skills and experiences, and not a college diploma or university degree. That's why big companies are now employing youngsters who have the skills and knowledge. Successful and wealthy people understand that determination, discipline, and persistence are the keys to success. That's why they don't spurt for expensive education when they know it isn't much different from a free one. Do you agree with this video? Let us know about your opinion in the comment box below, and make sure to check out our other recent videos on Hustle Mindset channel, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon to be notified about our latest videos. See you in the next video.